Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. So we are starting off, it is spring break, starting off strong, and so the kids are going to be here, baby's going to be here as well. So I'm not going to have full rain in the house like I'm used to doing, being able to just kind of like be unfiltered and make my videos and record and talk to you guys how I like to talk to you guys. I don't mind if the girls interrupt, but babe he just be doing his thing. So I'm just gonna just take the week off. We're also going to New York for a third time, so that should be fun. But before I go on this little break, I wanted to just remind you all, get your little mini planner. This is 22-23. Get you something like this. Oops. Get you something like this. Or, because the book dropped. Get you something like this. If you need help and if you need some reminders, because, we got to treat this thing like the jobs we clock into. We got to treat this thing like that goal. We go to the gym 2 or 3 days a week. We got to treat this thing like a diet. We got to treat this thing like it is really something that we know has to be worked at to become a habit. Because if you're not used to doing something like putting yourself first, thinking about yourself, your needs, and who you are, not what you are, why you're special, why you have purpose, why you have all things going for yourself, and why choosing people and friends and individuals that you in your life that only help you see that and move toward that. If you gotta if you need help, those things, anything like that can help you. Okay, because you may not be in a habit of waking up and just starting off strong like that. So with something like this, you're like, oh, let me get to that. Just use your phone reminders, your alarms, time to do self-care, or type it in however you want to do it, because you'll build this muscle in you that'll protect you down the road. That'll be your gauge of how you make decisions, how you move. So if someone steps to you like, hey, you want to do drugs? You'll be like, oh no, my self-love and self-care is way too high for that nonsense. Hey, you want to start your life with me and mix up your finances with me and have a baby by me and be with me, and I drag your life down because I have absolutely nothing to offer you. You can be like, oh God, no, my self-care is much too high for that. Hey, you want to, go over here and rob some things and F some stuff up and catch some charges and get all mixed up in some drama, some schemes and scams, and and you can be like, oh no, my self-love and my self-care is much too high for that. my, what big teeth you have. You know what I mean? Like, you're going to be able to dodge all the bullets because you're doing the work. And you're able to catch these red flags from a mile away. And I know those are really cheesy examples, but that's how real it is out here, because the impact of these things will have your life turned all the way around. You're supposed to be going that way, and they done pointed you back this way. Now you going backwards. And we just cannot do that. We just cannot move like that. You know what I mean? Checking our codependency. Checking, whether, even if we are in great relationships, if you are now looking at this person like, I'm just so glad you came into my life and did all these amazing things for me. Oh my God, you're the most important thing ever to me. And oh my God, I love you so much. That ain't what I'm doing over here. That ain't what you need to do. And that he might be a great guy. He might be a great guy. But that's also kind of basic. That's standard. Of course he's supposed to take care of you. That's not anything that we need to start like losing our shit over. You know what I mean? The bar has fallen so low that it's like, don't forget, wait a minute now. That's basic. That's not anything over the top. Now, when that man take you to the moon, okay, we all gonna be over here like, wow, okay, you know what I mean? But you're still independent in the sense of like, you have your own self-worth, you have your own self everything. Maintain that. Don't get caught up in being in somebody's shadow. My fiance does not define me. My fiance is now not my end all be all because he's buying me my investment property. He pays all the bills, and he's such a man, and he's a great stepfather to my girls. And so I'm over here just showing him every day that I'm just so appreciative. Yes, I am appreciative. And yes, I have shared on this channel, he, all how that all that played out, and I got the ring, and I got, but I best believe my gauge was that I was gonna do something eventually on my own if I had to. You know what I mean? So if you are single, you're still a bad bitch, and you can still do the things that you want to do. Your life isn't on hold, and we're not in competition because you don't have the man right now. You don't have the house right now. You don't have the kids right now. You don't have all the things that I had worked my way up to just by making a couple different choices. Those choices still were based on my self-love and my self-care. And I still had to tell a couple Tyrones, no thank you. Tyrones in suits, no thank you. Tyrones on the corner, no thank you. Tyrones at the lounge, no thank you. Tyrones at my job when I used to work in the hospital, no thank you. See, because that's another thing. Tyrones still come in all shapes and sizes, all kinds of disguises. Come on now. Ooh, I'm rapping. I'm rhyming. You know what I mean? There's some Tyrone doctors out here. It don't matter how much money you make. If you're still a bum in your mind, you're still a bum. It don't matter how many degrees you have. So again, but your self-love and your self-care has allowed you to have a totally different standard of how you're moving. So you won't be intimidated by someone that says, oh, I'm a doctor. And you're like, so what? And I'm not even saying you got to be like that, like nose in the air, kind of like, but you'll be able to you'll be able to just see through certain things that aren't for you, people that aren't for you, because you're like, I might not be a doctor, but I have the same confidence. I have the same about me. You know what I mean? That's what I'm talking about. That's where I'm saying that that's how high and serious this thing has to be. And you can do it. So to my sisters that, aren't where they see themselves yet, it's coming if you maintain the standards that you need to get the things. Because I'm telling you, if I still had any kind of low self-esteem, if I still had this bitterness about me, about my past and my insecurities and all these things that I had to work through, that I had to focus on, I wouldn't have been dating healthy. I wouldn't have been moving through life confident. I wouldn't have been moving through life encouraged and excited and like, I'm willing to do what it takes. Yeah, okay, I'm working 2 jobs and it's not easy, but I'm checking off my goals and I'm moving in the right direction and I'm making the standard and I'm living how I want to live. And I am self-fulfilled. I'm happy now. I was happy 2 years ago when I was single, doing everything on my own. You couldn't tell me nothing. You couldn't tell me nothing. I was still me. I'm still me. And so none of that changes. You don't do all this to just get the man or just get the job or just move to your dream city to like then now be like, but I need this to be me. No, you don't. You're you because you're you. So there's a big difference in why you're doing what you're doing and who you believe you are already and what you think you deserve. So back to the mindset, y'all gonna have to get it together and y'all take this time while I'm away. Do your homework. Look. No, I'm playing, but just stay focused on you. Stay focused on you. My fiance knows I love my alone time. I love my alone time. I love being able to just take my time, recharge. And he's like, I don't want to rush you. Let me know when you're finished. And if you want to just chill out. And I'm like, okay, because you're not about to just start going back, changing and not doing what you have worked so hard to maintain or work so hard to rebuild and then not to maintain it. You know what I mean? So all of these past few videos, I touched on active listening, active timing, how I'm investing in my real estate, and there was one other one where I talked about how I dated not that long ago, how I was dating. All that to say, I still have a very high sense of self, and that just came from me loving on myself and me pouring into myself and me, validating myself. And the journey continues. The journey continues. If my fiance left me tomorrow, I'd be like, you know what, sir, you're lost. And that's going to be the end of the conversation. Will I be hurt? Yeah, I might sting a little. I'm like, shoot, I have to move, or he's going to move. No, he's going to move. I'm not moving again. That was my resolve a couple years ago, before I finally decided, okay, I'm going to move. But yeah, look, it would just be more of a headache of like, now I can't focus on this because I got to break up with your ass. But I still love myself, and I know I'm still going to do what I need to do. You know what I mean? I'm not going to be like, he took everything from me. I thought this was forever. What am I going to do? What am I going to do? What am I going to do? I'm going to be like, well, this was, we tried. You failed. I'm still young and can do whatever the hell I want to do. And, oh, well. Oh, well, you know what I mean? Like, that has to be your attitude. That has to be your attitude. I love myself too much if you think you're going to be impacting me. And then you might even start rethinking this and be like, I ain't going to let her go. She out here too cocky. She out here too, like, so you don't care about us? So you just going to let this? I'm like, no, you're the one that said you want to cheat on me. You going to leave me. I don't know if he ever. I'm not worried about that. If anything, he'd probably be more like, I might cheat quicker than he cheat. I don't know, or I at least got it in me. I know how to cheat. You know what I mean? I can get him. I can pull him quick. So, that's just kind of the resolve you have to have, and it's not that you're insensitive and you don't have feelings and emotions. And maybe those emotions might catch up to me later, but the adrenaline in the moment is going to be survival mode. Like, I am still thriving, not just surviving. I'm going to thrive, and this is not going to define me. So what? There was a time I didn't even know who you were. Come on now. There was a time where I didn't know you. I didn't know anything about you. You were never thought of. My life was going in this direction. You see the difference? Do you see the difference? So to allow people to impact you like that, we don't have time. So I'm gonna wrap this up into the next one. Love yourself. Take care of yourself. I'll see y'all after spring break. Peace. Bye.